I am wondering if a rudder would affect this, but I've seen people mention in chat that basically things float in this game, and that's about all they do. The water doesn't really have any kind of physics model applied to it, so this is more of a waft really than a boat.
Did you ever play Raft when that came out?
Yeah, I played it. Well, not necessarily recently, but yeah, I have played it a couple of times now. I did a series on the channel at one point, and I did stream it for a little bit. Really enjoyed it, actually.
Yeah, it's a super good game. Did you know the world moves and not the raft?
I did not know that, but that doesn't surprise me. It's a fairly common,
super common mechanic
saving thing. Yeah, with games. Yeah,
it's
all lights and clockwork.
When we were playing it, we figured that out after we tried making two separate rafts and having them like float in different directions or something, and it got real weird.
Yeah.
Where is my car?
But yeah, I think our dreams for a walk-powered boat are hopeless, really. However, my walk car can get across a lake.
I am going to come back and I'm going to see if I can make a walk-powered boat. Now that I've got the requisite resources to do what I need, and a prisoner.
My car has gotten from one side of the lake to the next, across the lake, via the locomotion of a walk. But it's unsteering. It's not exactly what I would call a boat.
Okay. There's the prisoner.
Oh, we are about to make landfall, so once we get there, the wheels will engage again, and I should be able to start steering. And there we go. The walk doesn't seem too interested in the in the corn initially. Oh, go back, go back. No, don't lick my hand. Go back. Fine. Hop. There. This way. That's right. Towards the corn. Kind of in this little space, and there we go. I don't think the walk can actually see the corn. There we go.
Huh. This works.
Perfect. Where are you? Oh no. What have you done?
Well, my car now has a soundtrack of a man screaming.
Yeah, you know all that stuff about, oh yeah, the prisoner wants to be saved. Yeah, 100%. Mm-hmm. This is not making me believe you anymore, Wanda.
I was trying to figure out how to transport this man, and the answer is he is free rolling.
What have you done?
Well, my car has a fifth wheel, and it is screaming.
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
No. You did not. Monster.
Are prisoners valid wheels? Yes.
You monster.
Okay. Admittedly, then I flipped the car when I hit a lag spike, so I have to re-imprison the man.
That's fate. Fate getting involved. You're not fit to keep prisoners, Wanda. Pop.
Look. If an explosive cannot free this man... There we go. is back.
Okay. My walk-powered vehicle is once again in motion, though I added a lot of wood to this thing in order to try and help with buoyancy, and we don't need it anymore, so I'm going to get rid of that. Alright, well, this was an interesting experiment into locomotion, but, or walk-go-motion. I'm not sure that term's going to catch on. But, nevertheless...
Oh, I'm out of fuel.
I think we've gone about as far as we can. I, on the other hand, do not have the problem of being out of fuel. That is the one thing that this has solved.
Are you on the opposite side of the lake?
Yeah.
I guess that's good. I need to bring the prisoner that direction anyway.
Oh no. Close your ears, fair walk. I don't think you're ready to listen to this.
I'm gonna pause my music for a second so I can hear this better.
On that note, where's my radio? I should pop my radio down. Oh my lord, really? Really?
I was trying to figure out how to get him to, like...
The amount of vomit that would be creating. You could power an entire oxygen not included colony of the amount of vomit that one guy is going to be making from being in there. That is the most inhumane mode of transport I've ever seen. Oh my god, Wanda! No!
It works so well. Anyway, you want to come very slowly and help me sell this man for a gun?
I'm not sure I do. I mean, I will. I'm not sure I want to. Though I suspect it'd probably be easier if you came and picked me up for me to... Have you got a passenger seat or something?
I do, actually. Give me a second. Sorry.
Because this will be an interesting test, because what we could do is I could point the walkmobile in a direction, get off, get into your car. You could take me over there to... Oh, actually, if I point you in this direction, you're going to get destroyed by robots, but at the same time. We could go sell the guy, and then we can come back and try and catch up to the walk wagon.
Oh. Hey, there we go. Alright, I've gone slightly more Mad Max with this design.
I mean, to be fair, that did call for more Mad Maxian design.
It's only slightly more. But I added a seat.
Right.
Hop on.
And just need to kill this bot first.
Oh yeah, before it breaks my tires. Thank you.
Oh, cool. Where's the seat?
Uh...
Oh, I see. Oh my god.
Like I said, slightly more Mad Max.
This is wonderful. I feel like we need to pull up outside of an oil rig and I need to start issuing my demands. This is marvelous. It's the only way to travel. Witness me! Witness!
Shoot.
You may well witness me at this, Mike.
Well, alright. He's broke free, but that's fine because we've delivered him.
I am so sorry.
Now we beat this man into the trading location. Yeah,
Okay.
there we go.
My god, what has this game made us into? Really?
Well...
I mean, there's a lake over there. I suppose we probably shouldn't run you into the lake, should we?
Apparently they float? Here, I want to test this. Let's science this man into some water.
I'm not sure you should. Oh no. Oh no. I don't. Oh no.
Huh.
How are you floating?
That's a very buoyant cage. Like, I was expecting it to be low in the water, but no.
No.
I wonder if we could actually find more of these guys and, like, put an encasement above them and then use them, because, like, look at how buoyant he is. I bet you could use him as a flotation device if you had something, like, on top of it.
So, what you're saying is we need a couple of these prisoners, a walk, and then we got a boat.
Yeah.
Ah.
And he's gone.
This game is dark. It looks cute, but this game is super dark.
Let's see.
Super dark.
So, we have enough prisoners to get one basic spud gun or a spud shotgun, but not the spud gatler.
You can grab whatever. Really?
Well, unfortunately, we need.
I imagine we've just lost all of our crops, but.
Oh, we got 2 minutes to get over there.
Yeah, we could probably do it, actually.
Yeah, we can probably get it.
And yes, chat, the spud shotgun shoots fries. It's a spud gun with a grill on the front. Ah, this game. This game. Bonk. Okay.
Let's see. Admittedly, I'm probably going to just drive this quickly into the lake.
So much less awesome.
You mean without the prisoner screaming the entire time?
It wasn't so much screams.
Yeah. Ooh.
I need to go and check on my the walk wagon. How far did it get? I wonder.
Well,
Not that far, but
the wiring tool. Yeah. Oh, you can apparently weld the cages to blocks. Oh, so yeah, we could straight up have like a dwarfed. Ooh, look at all these crops that I do not have room for.
It looks like as soon as we got far enough away, the walk was gone.
Oh yeah, because the car unloaded and the walk wanders off.
Right. Okay.
Well, we have no crops.
Yes. Oh, what? Do we not?
I was going to say we have no crops to defend, but they're still going to attack us.
Oh yeah, they still do.
What are you here to fight? Oh, me.
But yeah, if we do end up making a boat that is kept afloat by prisoners, it would effectively be a boat made by people, for people, from people.
That's not false.
Oh, cotton.
Yep.
Was that what you dropped?
Yeah, I dropped it so I'd have room for all of the crops.
Right, okay. I'll carry it over to the bench.
Yeah, thank you. My inventory is so full of unnecessary garbage.
No, naughty. There we go. There we go.
Oh, this feels so weird without music.
I know. To be fair, we've been kind of dancing around it a little bit, throughout the stream. I'm really enjoying just the random stuff we can make in this, but it does feel strangely lacking in certain ways for as much time has been put into it, as you said.
Yeah. Getting the resources takes a while, but the actual benefit of doing so is very minor, actually. Let's see. I'm just going to dump the spare seeds. Anything past 20, I don't think we really need.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Because every time we pick up a crop, we get one crop and like 2 or 3 seeds.
Right.
So you never run out. Which is technically good, but then we end up with way more seeds than we ever are going to be willing to plant.
Yeah. Yeah, I get you. So I'll dump those as well. Oh, damn it. I'm picking them up. That is not quite what I meant to do.
I wouldn't mind playing more of this once they've added more, or like with specific ideas of what to do. But I think just kind of the aimless play wore off at the end of last week. And now it's just kind of like walk-powered boats.
I mean, to be fair, I am really glad that we played this again, just so that I could do that.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, that's been a massive highlight for this stream for me. Massive highlight.
Oh,
2 things that I'm going to be able to challenge the walk-powered car.
The one thing we might want to do, we've got one prisoner. We could try and get one of the guns, and go to a warehouse, or do you want to just try and go to a warehouse? If I strap a bed to my car, we can go explore that. Okay.
That sounds really cool, actually.
Because that's the one thing I haven't done so far in this game. And
yeah, by all means. Where else would we find another prisoner?
They're randomly in these, like, kind of crash site areas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I've never found them intentionally. I just stumble across, like, a small camp covered with, like, escape pod-looking cage things. And then, like, there's 1 to 2 dudes in cages.
I definitely get the impression that with this game, a lot of it is kind of surrounding the idea of gathering resources and automating the gathering of the resources. Like, apparently, I was talking on my Discord earlier, and one of my viewers mentioned that someone has made an automated farm, and that kind of stuff actually genuinely does sound pretty fun. But it kind of gets to the point where, well, way back when it first came out, and people were making like lift systems and piston doors and stuff like that before there were pistons in the game.
Yep.
Not because they had to, just to see if they could, really, just for the sake of fun. But I am going to. Have you got your car back out of the lake now?
Yeah, I got it out of the lake, and I found your walk, and so I am giving it its much deserved back pay.
Okay.
And
basically,
then,
you're stuffing it full of corn so that just kind of just ejects lots of milk for you.
Yes. Let's see. But yeah, so after I'm done with this, well, actually, you should have the resources. Can you make a bed?
Oh, I'll go back and check. I was just on my way over to you, but yeah, I should do, I imagine.
Because yeah, if we could have a bed, that way we can go to the warehouse and not have to fear too much. There are dudes with ranged attacks that will kill us real quick, and I do not want to have to walk back.
So is that effectively the end content of survival then?
As far as I know, yeah. And then after that, it's purely just like, what can we do? But almost at that point, I'd rather just play creative mode with like an idea, as opposed to survival mode where we have to grind for the resources. Unless I can find like some way to rebalance creative mode, or not creative mode, survival mode, so everything is easier to obtain. Because then I'd be down. Gosh, maxing out one thruster takes hours.
Do you get more things in this from upgrading the craft bot, or just more crafting slots?
Just more crafting slots and a crafting speed upgrade. I was really hoping they would actually like have a tech tree or something.
Yeah, that's what I was just wondering as well.
So, I guess the other thing that we could do is go through the kind of rigmarole, try and find another prisoner to go for the spud guns. If we want to get the spud guns, though, we're going to have to get a bunch of crops. Actually, I think we have enough. Trade them in at the depot just down the road from our base, and then trade the packed crops in for better seeds.
Okay.
Why
do we need the better seed?
So, to buy a spud gun, you specifically need a to buy a spud gun, you need to pay in blueberries and bananas, which we don't have the seeds for normally. So we have to trade for those. Once we have those, it's not so bad. Then it's just a couple days worth of farming to get more.
That sounds like a lot of work.
Yeah, I'm down for just strapping a bed to this and then just suffering.
Yeah, I think that would probably be a bit more engaging. Let me pop this wood over there, and I should be able to make the beds.
Yeah, there is a way to change the drop rates. Okay, so maybe what I'll do is see if I can modify a world so we get madcap resources before next time. But even then, I think I'd rather play something else with you after this.
Yeah, no, sure. You got anything in mind? Anything that you've been looking at?
We were talking about Terratech.
Crafting games like this. Yeah, there's Terratech. There's also From the Depths. There's another kind of crafting,
gosh.
game.
I would be down. Where are you going? What are you carrying?
I'm just carrying the resource gatherer. I was going to chop a tree.
Ah, okay. I just see you wandering off with like a bundle, and I'm like, what is he up to? From the Depths would be interesting. My main fear is I feel like I'd have to learn that first before agreeing to playing it with you.
Yeah, it is definitely a bit of a commitment, that one, if you haven't already if you're not already familiar with the game.
Yeah, I am.
It's quite fun, but it is a chunky game with a lot of mechanics.
I actually, that is, I think, one of the more requested games I've gotten out of my audience of like, hey, Wander, play this game. And I'm like, I've heard of that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It is crazy fun, but yeah, it is. It's kind of like Space Engineers in a way, in the term that you do need to learn the game sometimes before you can even begin playing the game. That was a mistake. I do find the mining in this incredibly cathartic.
It is real fun. I just wish it was easier to get to the mining portion. I feel like that's something you should be able to do within like a couple minutes of starting, as opposed to like, now you go out and get more engines, and then a thing, and then another thing. Okay, now you have enough for a big automated mining rig. And then you kind of don't need it anymore, and you're just like, Oh, we got plenty. Okay. See, mining in what game? This game. Like, this is some of the more compelling mining. It's just like, you kind of, by the time you can mine large-scale resources, you kind of don't need to anymore. Unless you're doing something really silly. See, satisfactory. Still have that test. Oh, right. Vacuum cannons. Not enough has changed in that one quite yet. And that is a time consumer.
Yeah, there's a lot of grind to get to the end game content with
that. I love me some satisfactory, but I stopped after a certain point and being like, this is just going to take a while, and my passion for it kind of dropped.
Yeah.
Whereas like,
those are the sorts of that's the sort of content where editing really kind of comes into it for me. Like when I'm watching someone playing Satisfactory, I tend not to watch content where it's everything included sort of stuff, it is almost always fairly heavily edited content with lots of like time skips and things. And it's just one of the, again, it comes back to the sort of games that I look at. Is this game going to be the sort of game where I'm going to have to play it for 2 hours to get 20 minutes worth of engaging footage out of?
Oh boy. Hey, how do you feel about Kryptonite?
What? I'm not even sure how to pass that question.
It's just very frozen in carbonite position.
Oh, I thought you said kryptonite.
Oh, I thought I said carbonite. What? Did I say kryptonite? Gosh, I probably did. My audience is reacting in the exact same manner. So I probably totally goofed that one.
No, I can see what you mean now. Carbonite. Oh, I was like, wait, I feel like I am too dumb. I don't understand this reference.
No, I fully admit that I goofed that one hard. Let's see. Look at that.
I don't know. There's a bit of wiggle actually. I think it's just after you've been there. No, my head is wiggling. But after you've been there for a little bit, it looks like you settle down. I imagine this would be hilarious driving around though. You'd be bouncing and wobbling all over the place. Yeah, someone in chat saying, yeah, I was wondering if like Kryptonite was some sort of game I haven't heard of.
Nope. I just...
That was a little bit of what went through my mind. I was like, is this a suggestion?
Sometimes,
I don't know.
Sometimes I just lose my ability to English correctly, and also fake materials.
Oh, I'm not even sure how much I have the ability to English to start with, so I think we're doing fine.
Did you learn English and Welsh simultaneously, or English came later?
It's one of these things. Welsh is my first language. I learned that first, but I did learn, English sort of alongside it. I mean, living in Britain, you kind of passively just kind of absorb English, just kind of by existing. So the way I explain to people is like when I was young, like when I was old enough to hold a conversation, I could speak in English because not all of my the older generations of my family, because my parents, they both came from families that where Welsh wasn't the spoken language, and they made a conscious choice that they wanted my brother and I to learn Welsh as our first language, and so went out of their way to encourage that, and they learned it alongside. But like when I would be interacting with my grandparents and stuff like that, I could talk to them in English, but it was very frustrating for me because I couldn't properly express myself, and it took me a lot longer to get what I wanted to say and what I was thinking out into words. So I could speak English from quite young, but I could speak Welsh fluently from pretty much as soon as I was really talking, sort of thing. And it wasn't until like I don't know 7 or 8 that I started being able to properly say that I could read and write in English. So being dyslexic there is a bit of a like, well, can I read and write in English now? And that's a fair question.
So what kind of dyslexia do you have? Just standard?
Yeah. I mean, in terms of like when I was doing all the tests and stuff, it came out that I can read okay, but if I write, I can write in mirror. Like I can't easily distinguish the difference between a D and a B when they're lowercase, and sometimes my brain will just it's like there's some sort of like miswiring in there, and like I understand the difference between a lowercase r and an uppercase r, for example, but sometimes it's like my brain just can't see the difference, and I'll be writing a small uppercase r, and this I remember. Well, I was going to say famously, but in my memory, it sticks out. I had a teacher who very patiently, but for a very long time, and her patience was starting to wear thin towards the end of it, had drawn me aside and was like, right, you know, there was a piece of writing, and I'd written all of the R's as just small caps, sort of thing. And she said, right, write a small L, for example. I do a normal lowercase L, write a big L, I do that. And she like, right, okay, go a couple of other letters. Write a small, all right, write a big R, and I do a big capital R, and then write a small R, and then I do a small capital R. And it, as far as I could, like, I genuinely thought I was writing a lowercase R. Well, I wasn't, but I couldn't see the difference. It's really, I can write the word "the" 3 different ways in a sentence and not be able to see that I've done it. It's really weird, but yeah, that's one of the things.